How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be taking a look at my complete Pumpkinhead DVD collection. We're going to be taking a look at my physical media for all these films, as well as doing a little bit of a review for each movie, little mini reviews. I have all four of them here, and when we get to part 2, I have a special little bonus to show you guys. Nothing big, just, something to throw in. One of the people in the comments to one of my previous videos actually suggested I do this, and I was happy to oblige because I really do like this series. If there's anything you guys want me to check out, I'll definitely keep it in mind. I can't make any promises, but I'll definitely keep suggestions in mind. I think the next one of these will probably be the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the next complete series review. And if you guys like this idea of doing complete series, I have a playlist that I'll put at the end of all the times I've been and done the whole complete series of something, and taking a look at the physical media. But anyway, without further ado, let's take a look at the Pumpkinhead movies. Starting off with Lance Hendrickson and Pumpkinhead. This is the collector's edition, and actually if we turn it to the side, there's something kind of funny here. Pumpkinhead collector's edition, and then this banner also says collector's edition, so it's on there twice. And then a little picture of Pumpkinhead, same as the front, and there's the back with all the information on it. But anyway, you get Lance Hendrickson, who you may know from the Alien franchise, and this is directed by Stan Winston, who again, you may know from the Alien franchise, so it's a little bit of getting the gang back together. But Stan Winston, who directed this, did a lot of special effects for Alien, so you may note some quite good special effects in this one, with this creature design that's half suit and half animatronic, and it's a lot of what this movie's known for. Is a really cool creature. But why do we see that creature? Well, here's the story. You get Lance Hendrickson, who, when he was a kid, saw someone get killed by the creature known as Pumpkinhead, and when he grows up, he has a child of his own, and he's living a good life, and he goes to the grocery store, and while the kid's playing outside of the grocery store, there's a bunch of city slickers who are going to a cabin in the woods, as teens in horror movies are prone to do. And before they get there, they stop at the same grocery store and they play some dirt bikes, and they accidentally run over his kid and kill him. So he goes down to the old witch to summon Pumpkinhead to take his revenge on these kids. And that's where you get this really, really cool creature. But as an unintended side effect, he is tied to this demon, and whenever the demon kills someone, he can feel it, and the revenge starts to get too much for him. He can't stomach feeling all this killing. But once Pumpkinhead started, you can't stop him, and he's stuck down this path of revenge that he no longer wants to be on. And yeah, some really cool kills and great creature effects. This movie is really good. I would say it's not quite to the classic level that a lot of other underrated horror movies are, but it's still really good. I definitely recommend horror fans, creature feature fans, people who are fans of special effects work, check it out. Good stuff, and yeah, a lot of the Alien team coming back together for this, or aliens, I suppose. Anyway, so yeah, Pumpkinhead, great movie. Now we get to Pumpkinhead 2, Blood Wings. They couldn't leave Dead Enough alone, and it kind of summarizes this movie pretty well. Basically, you get some kids who, for no reason, harass the old witch, steal the spell to bring things back to life, find a random kid buried in the dirt, and try to bring him back to life for really no good reason. The kid was a friend of the old witch who was murdered by bullies, the Red Wing Automotive Club, And when they summon Pumpkinhead, not being called for any particular reason, but inhabiting the body of this kid, goes and kills the Red Wing Automotive Club. The sheriff has to figure out what's going on, and after he kills the club, he's going to start moving on to the kids that summon him. This movie, it does a lot of things that don't really work with the old continuity. You know, it's like half the time the movie thinks Pumpkinhead is a demon, his own thing, which he is, that's right. But then the other half the time, the movie incorrectly assumes that Pumpkinhead is the ghost of the kid that died. I'm like, no, that's not right. Pumpkinhead is a demon, not a ghost. And this poor guy who had to write the synopsis on the back, he says that the innocent boy's soul is trapped within Pumpkinhead. And I feel that the guy in the back who so generously tried to explain this weird plot hole, he tried harder on writing than the people in this movie. It likes to pretend it's a hip and teen movie, but all the teens are just the worst. And despite trying to be hip and teens, for the most part of this movie, Pumpkinhead's killing older guys because, you know, it's the automotive club all grown up. And then the town is not near as small town backwoods as it was in the first movie. So yeah, breaking with continuity, it really bugged me. And overall, it just wasn't as good a movie and didn't have the same feel as the first Pumpkinhead movie. And the special effects aren't as good. The first time I bought this movie, I actually bought it disc only. So that special thing I wanted to show you earlier, back when I had the disc only copy and before I bought this with the cover art, I had to draw my own cover art because I didn't want to just leave a blank disc. So there's my hand-drawn cover for Pumpkinhead 2 Blood Wings. I kind of try to do that EC Comics where the top half is one big color and I left him as kind of like one big piece there. But this is just a marker and pencil drawing Pumpkinhead 2 Blood Wings, and then I thought I'll write all the description of the movie on his forehead there, and I had to write all the credit line below it. But anyway, this is what I did before I bought one with the cover still intact, back when I had the disc only copy of this movie. My handmade cover for Pumpkinhead 2 Blood Wings. Moving right along, these next two are actually in a 2-pack, so I was able to pick them up right at once. Pumpkinhead Ashes to Ashes, it doesn't have a 3, and Pumpkinhead 4 Blood Feud. And if you look on the disc, Sci-Fi. So yeah, these are Sci-Fi Channel movies. Anyway, Pumpkinhead 3 Ashes to Ashes, but there's not actually any 3. Doug Bradley, who is Pinhead, is in this movie, so great to see Pinhead. And Lance Hendrickson, who really his plot was wrapped up in the first movie, but he's actually back for both 3 and 4. And, I mean, even though it doesn't make necessarily too much sense, it's good to have him back, and I'll definitely rather have him in these movies than not. But anyway, Doug Bradley is in this movie, so of course, if you look closely, you can see some puzzle boxes hidden in the background. And you can actually see the Necronomicon hidden in the background of Pumpkinhead 2, so big secret shared universe, I guess. I don't know, just Easter eggs, really. But in Ashes to Ashes, you get these morticians who, instead of cremating people, are cutting the bodies up, selling the organs, and dumping people in the swamp. And when the relatives of the deceased find out about it, they want revenge and summon Pumpkinhead. So you actually get 4 people summoning Pumpkinhead in this movie. So it's a lot more that have to kill if you want to stop the demon. But what they don't know is that the doctor of this town, played by Doug Bradley, is also in league with these morticians, so they don't know he's a bad guy as well. And it's cool to see Doug Bradley. He's not doing the Pinhead character, obviously. He's doing something kind of different, this hick doctor with a country accent and stuff. And one of the kids does have one of the morticians actually does have a tie-in with the first movie, so that's cool to see as well. In 3 and 4, though, the effects, again, aren't as good. But there's also the appearance of CGI Pumpkinhead, who moves kind of like jerky stop motion, like the original King Kong. I get why they did them, you know, when they had Pumpkinhead, you know, running around doing stuff that'd be hard for a person to do, let alone a person in a suit. So I get it, but still it is what it is. Pumpkinhead 4 Blood Feud, you get these two families, warring families, the Hatfields and the McCoys, obviously named after the real-life rival families. But two of them fall in love with each other, Romeo and Juliet style, and after they fall in love, they sneak off together, and of course, the members of her family find out about it. They beat him up, but also the guy's sister was supposed to keep watch on him, and they push her down a hill and accidentally kill her. So the guy wants revenge, sending Pumpkinhead to kill all of her family except for her so that they can be together. But, you know, a girl's not really going to like that, is she? But it's really cool to see these warring families, and also most people who summon Pumpkinhead quite instantly regret it. This guy for most of the movie is like, ha ha ha, die rival family, and that was kind of a fun and interesting twist to see on it, someone who doesn't really have remorse, and it's really fun to see him just totally in on it, you know, just like, yeah, we're gonna kill these guys. But yeah, a fun twist. I think Pumpkinhead 4 is probably the second best. I don't know, I just really got into it. Pumpkinhead 3 is still pretty good. Both of these are a step down from the first one, but they're both really fun movies, and I'm glad to watch them. But yeah, Sci-Fi Channel original movies, and you can definitely feel that. There's the back for those of you who want to see it. But yeah, Pumpkinhead 1 is obviously the best. Then 3 or 4 kind of either or. I think I'd put 4 on top. So 1, 4, 3, and then 2, which I just really didn't like 2. It just didn't work with stuff. But yeah, 3 and 4, they bring back the rough country location. And while 1, it was more 1950s countries, here it's like creepy backwoods country. So a little different, but definitely they try to get the tone right again when they did 3 and 4. They brought Lance Henriksen back. It was overall a step back towards the right direction. Again, not as good as the first, but I had fun with 3 and 4. But anyway, I definitely recommend at least checking out the first Pumpkinhead movie, and then if you want to, you can go to the sequels, but the first one is pretty good. Anyway, to everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You really are helping the channel out. I do about 95% horror on this channel, so if that sounds like something you're interested in, I definitely recommend sticking around and seeing what other movies happen to come up next. I'll put a relevant playlist down to the bottom. Again, this should be the playlist where I review complete series of movies, and I'll get to that, more of that pretty soon. I want to do Texas Chainsaw Massacre pretty soon. Anyway, have a good day, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Relevant playlist at the bottom. See you guys next time. Have a good day.